Hey y'all, and welcome back to our channel. If you are new here, my name's Emily, and we make recovery videos for severe anxiety, agoraphobia, panic disorder, depersonalization and derealization, and more. So first thing is definitely subscribe to this channel if you are struggling with that. I make very frequent videos. Check out the link in the description to this video. I have my free recovery guide. I have my private Facebook community I'd love for you to join, and I also have my application for one-on-one or group coaching. Now, what I want to talk about today is kind of like like a subset, I guess, of this anxiety stuff. But it's something that I personally dealt with, and I know that I'm in several communities of people that are dealing with this, and it is BVD, so binocular vision dysfunction, I believe it's called, or disorder or something. But basically it's where your eyes can be slightly out of alignment, and that can cause lots of visual issues, derealization, anxiety, panic, neck pain, neck tension, and so forth. And so I heard about this, of course, on Reddit, because that's where I lived when I was in the vicious anxiety cycle. And I was kind of like, I wonder if I have that, because I was noticing that I was closing one eye a lot, like when I was driving or looking, and I was kind of just like, I can't see out of both eyes. I had a little tiny bit of like double vision. It was more like halos over words. It was never severe double vision, but my vision was so bad. And that started after my first panic attack, when I really landed myself in the anxiety cycle. My vision was all over the place. And it took me a couple years actually to really even come across a doctor that diagnosed me with BVD. So I was essentially getting new glasses all the time prior to that, in that 2-year span after my first panic attack, which, by the way, if you are new to this channel, definitely watch my full story video. It's like an hour long and details out my whole situation, because there was so much more than visual stuff going on. And it literally started overnight for me. But anywho, I was getting glasses a lot. I always felt like this prescription is not right. I had like severe derealization, and just, it was not working out. So I got into the bad habit of doing this. And I'm pretty much blind, by the way, so I can't see. And I just have my glasses up here because, one, it made me less anxious. I didn't have to like really make eye contact with people. I didn't have to, see the world for what it was and see the weird colors and how just strange everything looked because of the derealization. So I decided I was just gonna kind of go blind. And that was such a bad habit to get in, because then when I started wearing my glasses again, which I only did within the last 6 months, I was just struggling adjusting, to glasses. And also, really important in that meantime, one of my biggest symptoms that led me to search for BVD stuff was chronic headaches, like literally 24/7 head pressure headaches, pain up here, pain in my eyes, pain in my neck, like 10 out of 10 pain. And so anyway, I found a specific doctor, because I think it has to be like a neuro optometrist or something like that does BVD care. And so I live in Florida. I had to travel to Baton Rouge, Louisiana to get to this doctor. And it was all out of pocket, by the way, because most of these doctors don't take traditional vision insurance. So fun fact, maybe if you find one, that's incredible, but I did not. So anyway, I saw the doctor. I, went through a bunch of visual testing, and I was diagnosed with pretty like severe convergence insufficiency, I believe is what it's called. And so I got these Prism lenses. These are not neuro lenses. They're just regular Prism lenses. And it was like 2, whatever it's called, of Prism. Let me just say, I know I'm not using like scientific words in this video, but if you've done enough research on BVD, you already know what I'm talking about. So 2 whatevers of Prism are in these glasses, and it was divided by each lens, right? So I guess it's like 1 and 1. When I first got my glasses, I pretty much like wore them for a few days and then returned them by mail, because I was like, these are not working for me. I'm like even more dizzy than I was before. I asked for like my old lenses back, and then a couple months later I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try them out again. Like, what do I have to lose? I'm just gonna get used to them. I'm not even used to wearing glasses. I have to get my body back into wearing glasses. So I had them put my Prism lenses back in, and I've been wearing them ever since. Is my vision perfect? No. Is it still a little like fishbowl-y, what's going on in the world around me? Yes, it is a little bit. And I actually go back in a few weeks, so I'd love to make a follow-up video and really cover more of my BVD experience. You know, if I decide to get neuro lens, whatever they decide to do, right, in October, I will definitely make a follow-up video. But all of this to say, right, that's just my experience with the BVD stuff. All of this to say, you know, when it comes to BVD and anxiety specifically, a lot of people, myself included in the very beginning when I was looking for cures, luckily I didn't find BVD until like the end of my journey, was looking for these things that would cure everything, right? Put on a pair of glasses, wait a couple weeks, my anxiety's gone, fantastic. No more panic, no more agoraphobia, no more driving issues, yada, yada, yada. And the problem is, while BVD can contribute to anxiety, and my take on it too is it's kind of one of those chicken or the egg things. It's like, is BVD being caused because, you know, I had anxiety and you know, my vestibular system and my visual system's going haywire, or did I already have BVD and then I got anxiety and then now it's causing me additional problems? Like, I don't know, right? But at the end of the day, getting the glasses are not going to cure an anxiety cycle if you are deep in the anxiety cycle, because you end up developing essentially a second problem, right? Like, your nervous system is stressed, you have BVD. Okay, that's like your component one. The glasses will potentially help your vision. Great. But if your body is still in this panic cycle, if you haven't, you know, developed all of these avoidant behaviors like I did, like not leaving my house or not staying home alone or definitely not driving or literally doing nothing, okay? I didn't go in grocery stores. I didn't do like anything for a very long time. And because I developed all these avoidant behaviors, now I was even a passenger in a car and I was either like crying and having panic, or at best, you know, having some serious derealization and sweating and having heart palpitations and everything else that was going on, because now my body thinks that, you know, Target and Sam's Club and my car and walking to my mailbox is now a threat, right? So the glasses are not going to cure avoidant mechanisms or coping strategies or whatever that was built in your body that's now telling yourself that you are in danger. So what I would say is, yes, right? If you have BVD, cool, tackle it. Nothing wrong with that. But don't count on it to completely cure all of your anxiety, or, you know, if you do it and then X number of weeks later your vision's a bit better but you're still in a really bad spot anxiety wise, understand that that's normal, that's okay. That's just because your body's adapted to this new baseline, and you have to really show your body, you know, that you're safe by actions. And it's kind of like that saying, like, actions speak louder than words. And so yes, you can rationally know, like, there's nothing dangerous about Target. I used to love going into Target. But you have to show your body while you experience symptoms that you are safe. And all of that is in my recovery guide. Again, if you haven't already, definitely watch my long story video, because that details just way more information than I'm giving in this video. But I will definitely do an update on my BVD stuff come October. I think I see them like October 10th or something like that. So within the next week or two after that, or maybe I'll wait like a few weeks and give it time for my new lenses to adjust. I'll definitely update that. Also, nothing wrong with doing vestibular rehabilitation, you know, the visual therapy. That's great. I plan on doing some of that in the future too. But what I will say is, if you have severe anxiety, if you're in the place that I was, you know, a couple years ago when I was really, really going through the trenches of it, I don't think that vestibular therapy would have been super helpful for me at that time, because I was honestly too anxious and I wasn't able to handle it. And so now I can go into it. I understand that, you know, I'm just continuing to push for optimal health. I'm not going into something to fix all my problems, right? I'm not hyper focused on it. So yeah, I hope it kind of makes sense. Watch some more of my videos to get a bigger picture of what I'm talking about if you are struggling with severe anxiety. If you think it's BVD, if you don't think it's BVD, either way, check it out. Check out my guide. Let me know what questions you have and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.